So I fly back and my buddy's like, come see me. Let's hang out. But I got to go do this run real quick. And I'm like, all right. Well, now at the time.
Bail bondsman Snyder.
So at the time, my mom and I are not talking. But I go see my younger brother. And she's got this Dodge Dakota pickup truck there that has for sale signs in the windows. And she's out of town. And I go, look, he goes, the keys are over there. I'm not going to say I know anything. If it's a problem, it's your fucking problem. I'm like, got it. So I take her now. I don't need to rent a car. I got her pickup truck, little black Dodge Dakota. And
I just was at the Higher Path the other day. There's good people. Keep going.
We go downtown Baltimore City. I pick him up first. Now we're going into an area of Baltimore City that's no lie. It's the wire neighborhoods. And if you're white, they know you're there for two reasons. And both reasons they don't like you. One.
Let me guess. Recruiting a basketball player.
No,
okay,
not these neighborhoods.
Okay, no. You're super liberal and you're waiting for a march to start?
Maybe. Or you're starting one. You are getting there to get drugs. Okay. Or you're probably a bail bondsman. And the thing about police is they spend their time locking these guys up. You spend your time letting them out. So they're not a fucking fan of you either way in this neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
So he goes, all right, we got to go to this neighborhood. And this guy owes me money. And I'm telling you now, he's a kingpin. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And he goes, this is a true story too. I'm like, oh, all right, well, it's my mother's truck, whatever. So we're in these neighborhoods. Of course, the for sale signs are all at it. So every stoplight in the city, you're stopping every 10 feet. It's like, how much you want for the truck, man? I'm like, it ain't for sale. They're like, yeah, it is. Says you got 9 signs. And I'm like, it ain't.
I'm calling the number now. You're like, no, don't call it. Don't call it.
It ain't by me. Don't call this number. Don't call this number. Please don't call the number on this.
I should do that to George's car. Put for sale signs all over it and put Sickler's number on it.
So we finally get to the neighborhood where he is or where he thinks he'll be. And there he is over there. He's shirtless. Right? You look.
For real?
I'm driving. I see him in my mind's eye. And he goes, there he is. And he yells out, whatever his name is. He's like, hey, D. And he just sees him and he fucking takes off on foot. And Eric's like, chase him. I'm like, I don't want to fucking chase him. And we start chasing him. And we're chasing him through little one-way streets. Yeah. I mean, neighborhoods we're not fucking supposed to be in.
Yeah.
And then he stops and he runs in this fucking house. And Eric's like, come on. I'm like, I don't want to fucking come on. He's like, you want to stay out here? I was like, I don't want to stay out here. And he's got the gun.
Yeah.
So we go together. We leave my mom's truck right out front. For sale signs everywhere, dude. And we go in this house. And there's this younger black girl sitting right here in a chair. Probably like his sister or something. She's watching TV. And I go, hi. And she is not having any of this. She'll never get a look at us.
Yeah.
We walk by the stairs, and his mom's at the top of the stairs, and she sees white guys. So right away to her, we're police, and she comes running down screaming. But then she recognizes Eric, and Eric is the guy who gets her son out of jail. So she loves Eric. So now sit down at the table. So now we're welcomed in, and we're sitting at this table and shit, and we're waiting for this guy. And he shows up. And he owes my friend like, I don't know, $1,000 or whatever. And Eric's like, look, I need to get that fucking money. And he's like, man, I know I'm trying to get it for you or whatever. And he's like, I'm just trying to get some weed. And Eric's like, my buddy's got weed. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you got weed? I'm like, I don't have any weed. He's like, yes, he does. He flew it in from Cali. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, can I buy some from you? I go, you owe him a lot of money. You want to buy weed from me right now? He's like, let me buy it. I got some boys coming by right now. We'll all have some. And I'm looking at Eric like, I'm scared. Like, what? I'm in a fucking, listen to me.
You went from a passerby.
I'm in Omar's house.
Went from a ride along. You went from a ride along to selling drugs.
Yeah, to Omar's fucking house.
Hey, you can push my buddy's
Honestly,
shit
he was
back.
like Avon Barksdale. Okay, that's where I'm. Stringer. That's whose house I'm in. Stringer Bell. So, of course, I'm fucking. I give him a nug or whatever. He gives me $20, and he smells it. And then he fucking sprints out of the house. He's like, I ain't sharing this with nobody. And he runs. And now we're left alone in there.
Just with his mom.
And his sister, who is fucking hates us. So we get out of there. He's like, I need a ride. I'm like, what do you mean you need a ride? He's like, I need a ride. Eric's like, give him a ride. I'm like, he's not sitting in this car with us. And he goes, then let him sit in the back. Bert. I drove a Kingpin in my mother's pickup, man. All the way across the fucking city to the other side just to drop him off at a buddy's house. And my mom fucking, I'm looking at Eric and I'm like, look in the back right now.
Might be the worst bail bondsman.
He's just saying hello to people through the neighborhood. I'm like, he owed you money and you just let him buy weed from me. I couldn't believe it. I was scared to death he was in that fucking truck, dude. Scared.